Hey guys, it's that one gaming nerd guy. I'm here doing another vlog. I just wanted to let you guys know a couple things. I tried recording this once before and it didn't work out. My phone was like, "Hey dummy, you've recorded too many vlogs. You need to delete some of those." Oh, okay, thanks. So I just want to let you guys know kind of what's been going on, and I want to talk about something that happened just recently in my life, and then I want to talk about Arkham Origins. And then I want to talk about Assassin's Creed 4, and then I'll let you guys go, okay? So real quickly, I don't need to go into any big details, but my grandfather went into the hospital on Halloween this past Thursday, and he was admitted to the hospital in the evening, and he had to have emergency surgery for a condition that he had. They had to... they were going to remove part of his intestines because of... what it was like a heart attack, but on the intestines there was arterial blockage, and the blood wasn't getting to his intestines, so the intestines were dying. And so they had to try and remove part of it. When they got in there, they saw that not the whole part of the intestines was dying yet. It was only a few spots here and there, so they couldn't remove it. They tried to put him on medication, and then, that was all Thursday night into Friday morning. The medication wasn't working. So they had to do another emergency surgery Friday afternoon, and in that instance, when they went in, they saw that whole part of the intestine was dead. So they went ahead and took that out. And my grandpa was doing a lot better. He was on a ventilator respirator thing that was helping him breathe after the surgeries, and they just took that off of him yesterday morning, Sunday morning. And he's talking on his own, and he's breathing on his own. He's still kind of hallucinating a little bit from the drugs, but then my grandpa's always been that way. Anytime he has medicine, that kind of medicine in his system, he always has hallucinations and stuff. But his condition is a lot better, and I'm very thankful for that. And so for those of you who know me, you know my grandfather. And you know that we're very thankful for all of your thoughts and prayers and everything. So, anyway, just wanted to get that out there and thank everybody for that. For everyone who doesn't know me and doesn't want to hear about that kind of stuff, thank you for coming and watching my vlog. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about my channel, upcoming stuff maybe. I want to talk about Arkham Origins. I want to talk about Assassin's Creed 4. So, Arkham Origins was not the game I wanted it to be. I finished it on Tuesday night, the last week, and or even the week before. I can't remember, but anyway, I finished it. Basically, I got it unlocked on Steam Thursday night because it released on Friday. I didn't play it at all Friday, and I didn't play it at all until a little bit Saturday night. I started recording Saturday night, and I uploaded that first video right away. After that first video was uploaded, I saw that people liked it and things, so I went ahead and kept on playing, and I was like, all right, I'm going to play all the way through, get it done and recorded, and then I'll make episodes, and it'll be super easy to do. And it was working out until I realized that the game was just buggy, and I didn't like it. There was parts of it that were fundamentally wrong with it, in my opinion. And this is all my opinion. But the game has several glitches that are game stopping. They won't let you progress further in the story. I recorded one of them that I know of. I think I may have recorded another one, but I was able to reload that area, and it worked. It fixed itself. But anyway... there's a lot of stuff I didn't like about it, and so I'm probably just going to convert that Let's Play episode into a first look episode and call it there, because I don't want to have to work on this. I didn't enjoy a lot of it. I mean, overall I enjoyed playing it, but I don't think it wasn't the game I wanted. And here's just a few things that I had problems with. The glitches, fine. You can fix glitches. I don't really mind that. I mean, it sucks that they happened and that they were there at the launch, but I kind of let glitches roll off my shoulder, so that's fine. Some of the things I didn't like that are just parts of the game. Okay, Number one is the fact that, whenever they introduced this game, they said you'll have all of Gotham to roam around. You don't have all of Gotham. You don't. If you look up maps on what Gotham looks like, it's basically the size of Manhattan Island, but it's split up into 3 different islands. But the rivers aren't that big. Like, they're not huge rivers, okay? They're really more like canals that split up the 3 islands into this huge city that is Gotham. And it is a big city, okay? I mean, it's about the size of Manhattan, like I said. In this game, you have maybe a quarter the size of Manhattan. You have 2 main islands that are what they're calling Gotham, which isn't canon. Okay, it's not. I'm sorry, I'm being Batman nerdy, but it's not. And so you only have 2 islands. Number one, that's the bad thing. There's only 1 bridge connecting them, and the scale is just not there. The city is too small, in my opinion. And also, the sections of the city are very segmented. They're very sectioned off. They're not. They're what's the word I'm looking for? Segregated. They're very segregated. There's 2 main islands that make up in the game, and each of the islands are segmented into 3 different sections. And each section you have to go a specific route to get to another section. It doesn't have a free roam feel to it. You have to go a specific way to get to another section. It's very awkward. You'd think as Batman you could just grapple over a building and get to the next part of the city. The way that they have done it's not that way at all. And while you're in your little section, you have that free roam kind of ability, but you can't get from one section to another very easily, which is just not. I don't understand why they had to do it that way. It's the same kind of mentality that they had as Arkham Asylum, but Arkham Asylum, it made sense because it was a brand new game. It was in development, and it was a small area, and there weren't huge buildings to grapple over. You were having to travel through the sewers and underground passages and things, so it made sense. And with Arkham City, you had this huge area that you could free roam around. I mean, you couldn't go into the center building because that's where the prison was, and there were guards and there were barbed wire and all sorts of stuff, and you can't grapple into barbed wire. I understand that. But in this game, there's similar buildings, and it's like, why are these buildings here? It doesn't make sense. And why can't he glide over them? And why, it didn't make any sense to me why they segmented off that way. So that's one. Another one is, in the Arkham Asylum and Arkham City games, there was a reason for all of these different villains, all these criminals to all be, jam-packed into one spot. There was a reason for them, there was a reason. It was because they were in prison. That's why all these crazy people were there. There was a reason why all these different characters were able to interact with each other and to be all in one spot and to happen all in one night. In this game, there's no such reason. It's like they're treating it like it's the exact same kind of setting, but it's not. It's a city, and a city is not jam-packed full of criminals only. There's supposed to be civilians. There's supposed to be traffic, hubbub. This is a city, So why in the world are all of these criminals with AR-15s just roaming the streets? I don't understand. And or AR-5s. I don't know I can't remember the exact number of the rifles, but anyway, it doesn't make sense to me. I mean, there is no logical reason for all of these criminals and all of these villains, these super villains, to be coming out of the woodwork all at once in one night. There is no logical reason for that to happen. So anyway, it just didn't work out, in my opinion, because you're introduced to a lot of these characters. You meet the Riddler for the first time, you meet the Joker for the first time, you meet the Mad Hatter for the first time, you meet Anarchy for the first time, you meet the Penguin is not even that big of a villain yet, and so it's like all these people are around, and it's like, why are we meeting them for the first time? Why are they all coming up all at once? It doesn't feel right. It doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, so that's my second problem. My third problem is that they have reused a lot of the assets from Arkham City. I mean, a whole section of Gotham is the exact same as Arkham City, which sort of makes sense considering that Arkham City was a section of Gotham sectioned off to be a prison. So that kind of makes sense. But at the same time, I wasn't thinking that it was half of Gotham. Like, literally, one half of Gotham City is Arkham City. Okay? That doesn't make sense to me. Whenever I saw the background of the rest of the city when I was in Arkham City, I thought, man, this city's huge. To have a huge city would be amazing. And so that it honestly feels more like a DLC than it does, like an expansion pack or a DLC than it does a brand new game, which is unfortunate. And there's a lot of plot holes and a lot of discrepancies between the games. Arkham City was the first game where you supposedly get the grapnel boost, where you can like grapnel onto something and then get real fast and shoom right off of it. And it was like a prototype, and you hadn't tested it yet, and yada yada yada. But so yeah, and that kind of didn't make sense, because in this game, Arkham Origins, which happens before all that, you have it. And it's like, well, if it was a prototype, then how do I have it now in Arkham Origins when it was a prototype, years later? It didn't make any sense. Also, they have basically reused every single gadget in the game, and they've just changed it slightly. For instance, the freeze grenades that you get from Mr. Freeze are now glue grenades, and they function exactly like the freeze grenades did in every circumstance. Now, I can understand glue grenades being used to stop steam vents, because they would expand a little bit and would clog up a pipe. That's fine. I can understand them being used to immobilize an enemy. That's fine. But whenever you throw a glue grenade into water, it creates this huge island, just like the freeze grenade did. Which the freeze grenade at least made sense. You threw it into water. The water around it froze. Oh, that makes sense, because, it uses the water. The glue grenade makes this huge island of glue. Where did all the glue come from? And I'm not a physics expert, but that much glue could not come in that little itty bitty container, And if it was in that little itty bitty container, it would have expanded so much that its structural integrity would be near nothing. Okay? And it bugged me, because it's like, let's retexture this gadget and call it something else, and we'll just use it the exact same way the other one was. It so much feels like a DLC or an expansion pack and not a new game. And then, of course, there's the plot. The plot of the game in general is okay. I like the raw Batman. This Batman is angry. He's brutal. He's not as refined as the older Batman that we see in the other two games. He's just mad at everybody. He's mad at the world. Really, literally, his only rule is to not kill. He will torture. He will maim. He will brutalize. As long as he doesn't kill someone, he's okay with it. He beats up cops in this one. He doesn't care about the police force, which in this instance is kind of okay, because in this game the police force is corrupt. It is so corrupt that it really is like another gang he has to fight. And the only good cop in the whole bunch is Captain Gordon. Which he's not the commissioner yet, and in this game, and so. But yeah, so it's just. That part of it is cool, and I like that part of it. But there are other parts of the story concerning the villains that I just don't like, and they're personal opinions. If you go play it, you can have your own personal opinions. But like, I've seen the Joker in the last 2 games. I've beaten the Joker twice. Spoiler alert right now. If you don't want to hear spoilers about Arkham City, just turn your volume off. I'm going to hold the spoiler finger up until I'm done telling spoilers. In Arkham City, the Joker died. He's dead. You don't have to worry about him anymore. It's like, okay, I'm done with it. I want to move on to something else. Batman has so many other villains. Okay, and so now I'm going to put the spoiler finger down. And so Batman had, you think that Batman has this Black Mask villain that he's trying to fight, which looked cool. It's like, oh, a different villain. This is going to be fresh. This is going to be exciting. Well, spoiler finger up again, because if you don't want to get spoiled about the plot of Batman Arkham Origins, turn off your volume. Well, guess what? The Black Mask is not the main villain. The Joker is. And it's like, I'm just so frustrated, because it's like, you're overusing the Joker. I understand the Joker is Batman's nemesis, but please give me something different. Give me a whole game based around Ra's al Ghul. What an awesome game would that be? I mean, he is, in his society in the League of Shadows and everything. Let me, see that part of Batman's history and that part of Batman's story. Or maybe give me a whole thing where, I don't know. I mean, maybe give me like a whole thing on, I don't know. There's so many different villains to choose from. Gosh. Well, I don't know. Just figure something out, guys. I don't know what to tell you. But, I'm just so tired of the Joker. I'm so tired of the Joker being the main villain. I was done with it. I am done with it. And I didn't like that part of it. Okay, so I'm putting it down. But yeah, so that part of it I didn't like. Now, the general story is pretty good, what they did with it. I just think they needed to focus. They need to change their focus on what villain they did. So, anyway. Those are my pet peeves with Arkham Origins, and because of that, I will most likely not continue my Let's Play series of it. I will just convert that one video I did into a first look, and then you guys can go play it if you want. I think it is worth a play through. If you can rent it, or if you can borrow it from a friend, I would suggest that over buying it. Because you will beat it very quickly, and I just don't think it's worth a purchase if you can rent it or some other way. Don't pirate it though. Do not pirate. Pirating is bad. Don't pirate. But yeah. So anyway, that's my opinion of Arkham Origins. And then I wanted to quickly talk about Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed 4, I'm playing through it right now on my Xbox. I'm not recording it because I wanted to play through it as quickly as I could. I probably won't do anything on it because I've barely even done I've barely even done Assassin's Creed 1, which, dagnabbit, I will finish. And to those of you who were like, I don't know, man, that sounds like a tall order. Whenever I said that I would play through Assassin's Creed 1, 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, and Assassin's Creed 3, before I played Assassin's Creed 4, you're right. That was a very tall order. And with my job and with life and work and everything that I do, it is very, very hard to get all that kind of stuff done. But I will finish it, so help me. So yeah. But Assassin's Creed 4 is really, really fun. I'm enjoying it a lot. I suggested I recommend you guys buy it. I'm thoroughly enjoying it now. I haven't finished it, so this is just a preliminary first impressions, like what my opinion of the game is. But it is a lot of fun. The pirating free roam is excellent. It is everything I wanted it to be. The story is also excellent. They really give you the opportunity to only do the story when you want. You could literally take over the entire map first before you get further in the story if you want. There are certain things you have to do in the story to unlock to get certain things. Like, for instance, the diving bell. You have to progress in the story before you can get the diving bell. I'm pretty sure that's the only thing that you really can't get until you progress further in the story. Everything else is pretty much available from the get-go. Every other upgrade, every other craftable item you can get. I mean, you could go wherever you want, you could do whatever you want, and it is a lot of fun. The story so far is excellent. It's definitely one of the better stories I've seen since Assassin's Creed 1. And it's refreshing not having Desmond as a main character anymore. You're playing this person who you don't see their face. They've kind of went Gordon Freeman on you. And I say that because you kind of play yourself in that they never say your name. Everyone addresses you as, they very, very generally, like they never call you a he or a she. They just say you and, whatever, and you're the top employee of Abstergo Entertainment or whatever, and so they're very general about whenever they address your normal life character, because that's how Assassin's Creed games works. You always have the person that's using the Animus, and then the person that you're playing as in the Animus. So, like, in the first game, Desmond Miles was using the Animus to play as Altair Ibn Abad. And so that kind of thing is still in this game, but instead of a character that you're kind of watching in this story that you can control, they're kind of giving you the reins of that and saying, you are this person now. You are the person that is in the real world using the Animus, which is interesting. And so I don't know why, but in my head I'm playing a woman. Like as I've got my pad and I'm this like researcher and everything. I don't know why, but in my head, like I'm a woman, and I don't know why I think that. But I don't know. I don't know what it is. But anyway. That part's really cool. You see some familiar faces from the other games that are in the real life setting, like Rebecca and Sean. I haven't seen John Delancey's character yet, Desmond's father. I don't know if I will or not. But so far it's been a really, really cool game and a fun experience, and I can't wait to keep playing it and finish it. So, really, really good game. I recommend it. So yeah, last thing I wanted to talk about, I know this is a long vlog, but hey, sorry. Last thing I wanted to talk about was possibilities for future stuff on my channel. And one of the things, I want to continue doing my Orcs Must Die 2, and I want to continue doing first looks and things like that as I purchase games and play them and everything. But something that I kind of want to do is work with one of my good buddies. I know him in real life. His YouTube channel is TallwaterTV. He's started a Minecraft Let's Play series, and he likes making those Let's Plays, and he's very good at it, I must say. And so I want to encourage you guys to check him out. He's a really, really good commentator and a YouTuber. Just starting out, he's got like 12 subscribers right now, which I remember when I had 12. Heck, I remember when I had less than 10. So, that wasn't that long ago. And right now I have 26, I think, subscribers. And, I'm growing, and I want to continue growing, and I really like making videos. So, I'm happy to do that for you guys. And, but anyway, I wanted to kind of talk about maybe doing some collabs with him. I'd like to maybe... I think it'd be really cool if we played a game together and made a series out of it. Like, maybe we could play Terraria, or we could play TF2, or some other game. I don't know. There's a lot of games that are multiplayer, or that could co-op or two-player. So I think that would be a lot of fun, and I think that we could pull it off, and it'd be great. So anyway, I encourage you to check him out. His YouTube channel is link in the description below. And, yeah, so I'm not going to say his name on the internets, because I don't know if he wants his name broadcasted upon them, the internets. But yeah, I know him in real life. He's a good guy, and I encourage you to go check him out. So, anyway, that's all I've got. I'm sorry this vlog was so long, but I felt like I wanted to kind of talk about the different things I want to talk about, and that I did talk about, rather. And, yeah, so thank you guys for watching and listening. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, guys.